I am not a wargamer. I like playing role-playing games. I like painting and building and kit bashing models. I like sculpting. My brain is not great at concentrating on long, laborious tasks, especially not during someone else's turn. So playing war games with large armies is really not my vibe. But nonetheless, I do tend to collect and build armies. I started with a Lizardmen army. I'll show you some of those. This is one of my Lizardmen that I painted when I was like, I don't know, maybe 10? Back when I first got into Warhammer as a kid. I later got some of the same models that I hadn't painted, and during COVID, I got back into the hobby and I painted some more of these Lizardmen who had already become Seraphon by then. I have a whole bunch of these. I'm gonna be honest, these sparked a lot of creativity and joy for me as a kid, but I don't hold that much love for them anymore. They're a nice memento, right? When I got like seriously back into the hobby and I started getting better at painting, I started collecting the new Soulblight Gravelords army. And I have so many Soulblight minis. I have vampires. I have skeletons. I have 6 of these lovely undead horse riders, black knights. I have 10 zombie wolves and even more regular human zombies. So I have like a full Soulblight army, but I don't actually play Age of Sigmar. I've never played a single game of Age of Sigmar. I did use all of these minis in my Curse of Strahd D&D campaign. So there's always uses for like a large force that is cohesive, right? And so I've started building a new army. And it all started with this model by Victus. Matilda actually sculpted this one. I love this whole warrior nun aesthetic. At BerlinDicon this year, I found like a whole bunch of Sisters of Battle bits, and I kit bashed those with some medieval knights, and I made this little force of like religious zealot people. This paint scheme is really fun to do. There's lots of opportunity for freehanding. I like the red, and I think my Sin Eater really fits the bill as well. So I want to expand this army. I have like the old Warhammer Fantasy Flagellants kit. Those will be perfect for this. But also, I have received a box from Axia Miniatures, and in 3 days, they're going to be launching their new Kickstarter campaign called The Faith Awakens. And so these are like religious fanatics, and I am all for it. So when they offered to send me some minis, I could not refuse. And so I got a box of brand new resin like Crusader miniatures. I think they're gonna be perfect for this army. So let's go unbox those, take a look at what I got, and I think we're gonna be blown away by the quality. Okay, let's open up this box that I was sent. So for transparency's sake, I did not get paid to make this video, but I did receive these resin-printed miniatures for free. And damn, they look good. This is one of the blinded guardians that you can get in the Kickstarter. They have these blindfolds on, and they've got amazing, ornate, gothic weaponry with these bells and all of these thorns and all of these belts and rosaries and little beads hanging off them. Very dynamic poses and incredible crisp detail. I love these shields as well, with the iconography and all of the spikes coming off of it. Really, really nice stuff. So according to the Kickstarter page, this kid is called Little Bertha because she has taken a liking to the Big Bertha, who's the large ogre-like miniature. At least that's what I'm assuming. Here's some more regular blinded guardians. These ones have little slings and tiny little hands. I like that these still come on little sprues despite being 3D printed. It makes it easy to kind of know which parts go together so you don't lose a minuscule hand like that. To be fair, I did break off a few bits here and there, removing the supports, because these are so incredibly detailed. They are quite fragile by nature, so you want to be careful with yours if you do end up getting some or printing them yourself. I just love how they look. Those helmets, the shields and the weapons, it's all incredibly nice and will fit perfectly into my army. And this guy is not part of the Faith Awakens Kickstarter campaign. And even though I did lose some bits there, as you can see, he's a perfect example of the level of detail that you can achieve with resin printing nowadays. Like, this is insane. Such tiny, tiny bits. Alright, and here's who I'm assuming is Big Bertha. Her eyes covered, only following Faith, and candles burning on her head. You've also got some different options for the end of her weapon there. A bell or an incense burner. Now, I did not only get the Faith Awakens campaign, these models are from various other previous campaigns Axia did. So I think this is one of the Exiled Knights. I love this guy. He will fit right in with the candles on his head, so you can mix and match these perfectly. This huge ogre half-giant kind of a model is originally from the Witch Hunter set, and that'll fit perfectly as well. And then this is another one of the Exiled Knights. I think this is one of the best knight sculpts I've ever seen in miniature form, and it is the perfect scale, so let's put them together. Alright, so like I mentioned, this is resin, 3D printed resin, so there is some stuff you want to be careful of when working with this material. So number one, if you sand this, please wear a mask. The bits coming off of this are very bad for your lungs. You also want to be careful because the material can be quite brittle. There's different kinds of resin out there. Some of them are more bendy and flexible than others. This one, it was quite brittle, so I had lots of little tiny details snap off and I had to re-glue those, so be careful with that. It's not like the plastic you're used to. Incredible detail though. You can see here snapping it off of the little supports. Sometimes it's easy as that. Sometimes you'll need to actually clip and clean some of that up. And I also like to use a large makeup brush to kind of get rid of all of the little bits that are left after cleaning. Testing out some different weapon options. You've got some modularity in these kits, and I decided to go double hammers. So here you can see I'm actually snipping off the supports because I didn't want to risk breaking part of it. I still ended up breaking parts of it, but that's okay, you know, that's the hobby. We can glue stuff back together, resculpt certain stuff, and also it's just the price you pay for tiny details like this. Like, I think this is probably the most detailed and tiny your miniatures will ever get. We really live in a golden age, and so I think some snapped off bits is a very fair price to pay. You won't even tell in the end. So there they are, all assembled and based. Woohoo! This guy is so large. Look at him. Look at how large this guy is. I mean, when I put this one together, I thought he was huge already. He's like normal Games Workshop ogre size. This guy's like half a giant. I don't know, maybe this guy's an ogre and this guy's like a half ogre. We'll come up with some lore for them. These questing knights with candles on their helmets. All of these models are beautiful. I'm really scared of painting these because the detail is so beautiful. I did lose a few bits along the way, but I think that's okay. You know, there's wear and tear when you're crusading across the landscape with your large medieval army. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see me paint these up and talk a little bit more about this army and the whole project and where it's going. And I hope you like these little unboxing style videos that I'm doing. I think it's really fun looking at miniatures that maybe you hadn't heard about yet. So once again, Kickstarter link for the Faith Awakens. It's in the description down below. I think the quality is like at least on par with Games Workshop style sculpts. This model here might be my favorite knight I've ever seen in miniature form, and I really mean that. Oh, also, look at this. I got this model during Camping Kit Bash. This is a Vevictus sculpt, and I think she fits perfectly. So there will be at least 3 Vevictus minis in this army now. I hope you had fun. I'm gonna put some texture paste on the bases and get these primed, and I'll start painting them as soon as I find the time. And soon enough, that'll be another army on the way. I was gonna use these for role-playing games, D&D, Morkborg, that kind of stuff. If you've got any games that you think these models could work in, let me know. I know like Mordheim is like an obvious choice. Maybe you've got some other ideas of where this faithful, zealous army would fit in. Can you play Trench Crusade without machine guns? Maybe that's an option. Anyway, let me know. I hope to see you in the next video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It helps the channel. It helps me do more of this. And then you can watch more of this. So, you know, take care, be kind to the people around you, and I'll see you very soon.